Alright, this is Matt from Wicked Sick Vape, and it's time to rage. It is, man. It's time to rage. We got the 3-in-1 system here for a quick look. Alright, this thing is pretty badass. Just opened it up like 2-3 hours ago. As soon as I got it, I was like a kid in the candy store. I was like, you know, I gotta build this thing up. So, first thing I did was throw the 0.5 ohm coil into the sub-ohm tank. Started vaping on it. No cottony taste whatsoever when I first started off the coil. It was incredible. I was very happy about that because almost all of the tanks out now, they all got that cottony taste, and I can't stand the first like 5 to 10 hits. Absolutely horrid. But this one, for some reason, I didn't get no cottony taste. Pretty cool. And then in this system, you have an RBA and an RDA section to use for this. So you have three systems, and it is extremely budget friendly. I purchased this, I think, for $44 or somewhere, yeah, 48, 44, somewhere in that $40 to $50 price range. I will post a link to where I bought this from. But yeah, I am very pumped to do this. You know, I'm really looking forward to doing the review, but I thought that, you know, it was going to take a little bit of time to test this all out. So I wanted to do a quick look. So what we're going to do in this video, it's going to be a quick video, and what we're going to do, I'm just going to show you all the parts and pieces and what my first impressions actually are of this tank. Okay, so the package it comes in is, you know, you got a nice box. It comes with a plastic box. It says this kit contains one rage tank, 0.5 ohm coil, RBA cap, RDA cap, tool packet, and a 0.3 ohm coil. Funny, I didn't receive a 0.3 ohm coil, and I've noticed a lot of people haven't either. So I'm going to get to the bottom of that, and we're going to figure that out, and we'll talk about it in the review, because I'm kind of pissed about that, because that's like I like my 0.2 ohm and 0.3 ohm vape more than the 0.5 ohm. But the 0.5 ohm so far has been incredible. Really cool. Actually, I boosted it up to like 45 watts so it can handle some good watts, and it's no dry burn whatsoever, and it does a pretty good amount of vape, as I'll show you now. But and I actually have it only on a really small airflow right now. Let's open up this bitch. Alright, I'll put it up to 45 watts. Really nice, shut up phone, but it has really nice vapor consistency and a ton of flavor, man. This thing's got a ton of flavor, and I like that, man. I really like to have, lately, I was into the clouds, you know, but clouds are starting to get old for me, and I'm really into the flavor now. I really, big thing for me, and I hope it is for you, because, you know, you're spending a lot of money for this fucking e-juice, you know. You should be able to taste your vape, but anyways, so as you can see here, this is the Rage tank. Pretty cool looking design. Really cool looking design. You have the option to be able to pull off the sleeve and just show the Pyrex glass if you want. Really nice Knurled edging. Actually, let me pull this off so you can get a better view of it. Alright, whoa! Okay, so this is the tank. Knurled edging at the bottom. Dual airflow, big airflow on each side. Has an option of a single airflow at the bottom right here for a more tighter draw, if you're looking for a tighter draw for your RBA section. Comes with two different top caps, two different drip tips. You have more of a chuff style drip tip right here, which I prefer. Has Delrin insulator inside of it. See if it zooms in, yeah, right here. It's not clean, so you might see some little like lip on there or something, but yeah. But it's got nice O-rings, really nice tight O-rings. Have no problem whatsoever with wobble with this drip tip. And then you have more of a standard 510 drip tip right here with adjustable airflow. Not my favorite, but you know, some people really like this adjustable airflow. Definitely cools down the vape, which I've noticed on the RDA feature of this system here. It definitely gets, the drip tip gets pretty hot. I was using 22 gauge, but nonetheless, you know, it's all matters how you build Alright, so then I will show you, stand up, the RDA section. So this is your sleeve and top cap that goes onto your, so I guess you can imagine, I'm not going to take this whole thing apart and get all the, but this is about how tall it's going to be. So it is a bigger RDA section. It goes onto the bottom deck section of this tank, and I'll show you the actual deck that you would be building on. It's already cottoned up. This is the actual deck section. Let's see if we can zoom in. There you go. I have 22 gauge on here right now. I kind of mangled up the coils pulling it off, but nonetheless you can see it has airflow that goes up through the bottom, kind of like Kennedy style bottom airflow. It goes right through the coil. Oh man, like twisted 420, dropping all this shit everywhere. Okay, so as you can see, airflow goes to the top. So far, screw's been good, but I did see they do seem like they could strip out very easily. I haven't looked into it yet to see if it did come with extra screws, which I'm hoping it does, because they do seem like they could strip out, but you shouldn't have a problem getting extra screws if something ever happened. So, you know, that has 22 gauge on it. At first I was kind of skeptical because, you know, it was such a small portion that goes into. You know, it's a smaller RBA. Well, not smaller RBA. It's actually a really good size RBA, but for an RDA, it seems small. But when you put it on the bottom of this deck here, you have just enough. You have the same amount of room you would for a normal RDA. So in the full review, we'll go more into that, but I'm just kind of showing you all the parts and pieces for right now. This is your RBA chimney right here that you would use. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. And as you can see on the RDA, you have adjustable airflow through the top and as also through the bottom of the deck section. So you have plenty of airflow. You shouldn't have a, you know, you can make this really tight or you can make it really airy if you want. I've tested it out both ways and so far it's great. You're not going to get a huge monstrous cloud from this RDA, not by any means. But it is good flavor and it does throw a decent cloud. Not a huge cloud, but decent. So let's have another vape from her. And you know, first off, you know, I was like a kid in a candy store when I got this thing. I was so excited because I've been hearing great things about this tank and everybody's received one. I didn't get one, so I said screw it, I'm gonna purchase one. So I purchased it and I received it within like 4 days, which is absolutely awesome. And so far, I gotta say, it's like an 8 out of 10 so far for me, which is pretty good. You know, not everything you receive is great, but yeah, this thing vapes like a champ so far. And I received some E-Juice Triumphant Platinum label Pango or something like that. It's like a tropical fruit mix and it is really tasty. It goes really good with this tank, and it's just been so far for the first 3 hours have been great, really great. And the look of this tank is absolutely incredible. I was really pumped to have, you know, a tank that looks so cool. I definitely like the Knurled edging at the bottom. This kind of weird design they have for the glass sleeve is pretty cool. And I didn't mention this yet, but it is top fill, okay? And it's very easy top fill. You got a ton of room. You don't have to stick your drip tip into this tiny little hole. And but yeah, so you just pull off the top cap right here and you fill it just like that. Very easy. You can pretty much just open up your e-liquid. You don't have to use your dropper, just pour it right in. Very easy to fill. It's not time consuming at all, as you can see. Very easy to do, which is a huge plus in my eye, and I guess a lot of your eyes, because everybody wants to top fill. Most of the time I say, I don't really care, but this was pretty cool, pretty convenient, because not a lot of people are doing that. They got the, you know, the side slots, they got the top slots you got to pull off, they got like a plastic grommets at the top, rubber grommets. it's just a pain in the ass. It's always leaking all over the place, and this is pretty cool. I did just rub this off just because my fingers are full of e-juice, but it doesn't leak, you know. I don't have a nasty spill of e-juice every time I fill this thing. But the drip tip's pretty cool. Just everything about this tank so far is really awesome, other than I didn't get the 0.3 ohm coil, which I was pretty excited about getting, but I didn't get it. But the 0.5 ohm is doing great. I'm repeating myself, but yes, the review will be up. Give me you know, a couple days to a week. Let me go over this system a little bit more, and I will post a video. Alright guys, vape on, have fun. Well, damn, Snow Wolf's tricky sometimes, man. It asks you for that atomizer. But yes, great system. You're looking for a new tank, RBA, and RDA, check this thing out. Have a good one, guys.